Yeah, Ronnie Olson, coach of the Shady Spring Tigers. Ronnie, obviously a big win for you today. Your defense was outstanding.
Yep.
You talked before about holding them down to, you wanted to hold them under 50. I want to go first of all to the third quarter. Braden Chap, you come out and get a three. They cut it back to one, and he hits two big threes. It seems like he lives for moments like that.
He does. I mean, he knew he put us in a tough spot in the first half by putting him, I tried to trust him playing with two. He owns that. And, we played without, our leader, one of our best players. And he came back and proved, and he played under control, and he led us there in the second half.
Your defense, again, Princeton was one of the teams, it was mentioned before, they had a really good game against you. I think they scored more points against you than anyone last year.
Yeah.
You weren't happy about it. Talk about their effort tonight holding Princeton, a very good offensive team, averaging 90 points a game, over 90 to 48.
Yeah, I can see why they scored 90. But I felt like no matter what we did, I felt like they wouldn't get 60 on us. We wanted a goal to hold them under 50. We did. I just think we're too good of a defensive team. I don't care who we play, from Princeton to Martinsburg to Morgantown. But the kids took that as a challenge. You see things like that, right? When teams play us, they think of things to play. We saw they were averaging 90 points, and you talk about take that personal. They really did, and I'm proud of the guys because they gave max effort majority of the game, except we started a little slow.
You come back from Florida, it was a well-publicized trip. I think back here a lot of people were talking about it, even at the tournament I was at last week.
Yep.
A lot of people watching that on Facebook. But those games will make you better.
Mm-hmm.
Playing in Morgantown to open the season will make you better.
Absolutely.
But when you get back here, I think this is where you want to make your sprint for the state tournament. You talked about that when we talked on the phone on your way back. You're going to end up playing Fairmont. You're going to play Winfield. You're going to play Logan. You're going to play all those teams. So it starts now for you guys?
It absolutely does. And we really felt like today was day one of our season. We're back, and I felt like that was kind of like we were in training camp the last week. I really felt like it was sort of a training camp for us, and it was long, it was tough. We had fun while we were there, but it was definitely a grind, and I think everybody was happy to get home because it was such a, I didn't feel like I was on vacation. I'm sure they didn't either. But, we're back, and I was looking forward on the whole drive back to playing these 3 games this week, and we wanted to go 3-0, and we knocked one down right there. So, it's good to play. I mean, we had a great fan base. They were loud. They were behind us. They supported us. I appreciate that. And, I love the way we came in today.
Well, I mentioned some of those teams you play. That doesn't include you're playing single-A number 1, James Monroe, here on Friday night. Yep. You're going to Bluefield in the afternoon, a day game after a night game, playing the number 1 team in Double-A, Bluefield. I mean, there's no let-ups in your schedule.
No, and that's what we want. We want to be pushed, because when you're pushed, obviously you can take from a loss or an easy game and try to fix things, but you truly see what's wrong when you're pushed to your limits, when things go wrong, when you're down, when you're in foul trouble, when teams are coming at you with haymakers coming at you, and you can truly adjust and see what your weaknesses are and continue to sharpen your craft and improve your game. And I think every single game we've taken something away. And I was talking to my coaches out there before we came in the locker room, and I said, we've improved this, and now one of the things we talked about I didn't like in this game, we're going to improve in this next week, and I think we will. So that's what you get from these games. And Princeton pushed us.
What was the difference in the second half, aside from Braden hitting those 2 clutch, kind of dagger shots, really? Holstein had a shot for a 3-point play. He had a nice run there. What else was the key to just finally getting past him and burying him and not letting them think they had a chance to win this game?
I think that we played as a unit on the defensive end, and I think we played as a unit on the offensive end. I think that's really important, playing as one on both ends of the floor. You don't want to be choppy on one side and just depend on the other side. Yeah, we want to be a defensive team, but we also want to be a well-oiled machine on offense as well. So I think in that span, you could probably look back to execution. Braden hit some big shots, but they were probably wide open as well off the break, off different set plays. And I think that's the difference. Everybody playing as one and sharing the ball, and we really, really went after the glass there in the third quarter as well.
Do you feel like he's going to hit every 3 he takes, Braden? Just like he's going to make every shot that he lines up and takes. I mean, he just has that kind of feel about him.
I mean, his form is perfect. I feel like all those guys, Amar, Cole, Cam, and Braden, whenever they shoot, I feel like they're going to make their threes. So. he's just a competitor, man, and he felt caged up in the first half. I knew he felt bad because and he'll bear responsibility. He put his team in that position, and with fouls, and I told him, if I'm going to trust you to play with fouls, you've got to give me a reason to trust you and leave you in the game plan with two. So he felt bad. He was caged up. You could see he came out and he played. He played like a like a caged animal.
Well, when you cage someone that has that kind of ability on a basketball court, I would assume that's what happens when they break free.
Yeah, maybe I should, not play him in the first half and have him rested up and have him come in the second half from now on. So, but I tell you, Cole did a good job of running the offense. I know he had some turnovers, but he really kept us in the game there offensively. And Gavin and Jackie and Sam came in. We played with a bunch of bench guys, and we had the lead with supposedly one of the better 4As in the state. So, I think Jackie gave us great minutes. He's getting better. Sam and Gavin came in and they allowed us to hold the lead instead of coming in, and we felt like we were down even though we were up 4 at halftime.
Well, if it says anything about your team, I still think they're a top 10 4A. So.
I don't know how they're not. I agree. Yeah.
All right, hey, Ronnie, I appreciate it. Welcome back, man.
Yeah, I'm good to be back.